And let's move in. The next thing we're looking at is Coby White. And before we get into Coby White, if you're joining us on YouTube, thank you. Make sure to check us out on twitch.tv/Mosville Podcast. Going to be doing a lot more live podcasts in the future. Go ahead, hit a follow on there. And also, if you got that Amazon or Twitch Prime, go ahead and throw that free sub that Amazon Prime gives you each and every month our way. That's twitch.tv/Mosville Podcast. Almost forgot the URL in my head. But guys, now we're taking a look at Coby White, the hot young rookie that I think it's Kyle Craig on Twitter, always tweets me after every single Bulls game. He's like, I think you found something there, Ricky. I think you got your guy. Because so far this preseason, Coby White started off a little, I'm going to say pedestrian, 12 points, 13 points. We lose to the Bucks. We lose to the Pelicans.
Trade him now.
But then the last three and I know it's preseason, overreaction preseason.
Do you guys know that it's preseason? You guys keep talking like they're actually going to mean something.
But like
they do.
I'm hyped because not only of course he only started I think one game this preseason, but he's getting minutes like he's a starter off the bench, basically 6-man minutes in my mind. But he's got a 24-point performance against the Pacers. He put up 29 against the Hawks, but put up 29 against the Hawks in the last preseason game coming off the bench. The question I want to throw out there is, could Coby White be an all-rookie first-team player this year for the Chicago Bulls? Dave, I'm going to go to you first because I know Sean's answer.
Yup. It's a fat yup.
I
Sean.
mean, is the answer can he or will he?
Will he? We'll say will he.
Absolutely not. I mean, will he? No. Can he? Yes, anyone can. I could be all rookie. I mean, Jesus Christ. If I went out there and hustled my white ass off, right, and I was just shooting 40% from three.
I don't think you're shooting 40%
If I
from three.
Joe Harris'd my rookie season in the NBA.
Yeah,
very difficult because Joe Harris is a professional athlete, and I'm me.
Here's the question.
Could make
You've got a better chance of like Carson Edwards in it.
No, I don't.
You guys are about the same height.
That's true. But I don't have the ball handling skills or the speed or the thighs or the calves of Carson Edwards.
It's very
so
true.
I'm going to be more of a Joe Harris type.
Okay.
Actually, I'm more of a Mikhail Petrus type, but just 5'7". Anyways, I don't think he can be.
What doesn't this kid have? He can ball handle. He can score from all three levels.
Well, one, you need to at least be hot. I think he doesn't have the draft slot. And a lot of these rankings are mainly hype. You look at last year, and it was Luka Doncic, top 5 pick, Trae Young, top 5 pick, DeAndre Ayton, the number 1 overall pick, Jaren Jackson Jr., number 4 overall pick, and then Marvin Bagley, number 2 overall pick. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those guys weren't the 5 best rookies last year. So you're going to have to be in that upper tier. He is top 10, which is definitely going to help him. But do I think that if Zion plays 60 games and we expect Zion to put up anywhere near Zion numbers, that he's not going to be all rookie? 100%. John Morant is probably right now, since the Zion news dropped about him being injured, he's probably now the front runner for
DNP,
rookie of the year.
Fat.
No, it's hurt knee because he's
Yeah,
fat. There's an asterisk.
He's
knee because he's fat.
Because he's fat. Because he's got to do some cardio.
But John Morant's probably now the front runner for rookie of the year because of Zion's injury news. RJ Barrett is going to be in New York, which is going to get him votes. And if he's not horribly inefficient and he's just putting up like 15 points per game, he's 100% a first-team rookie there. So you have 3 spots already filled just by their draft selection slots on their own. So he's going to have 2 slots then to slide in, and then you have to look at the guys that are going to be starting, the guys that are going to get minutes consistently. Coby White is not going to be a starter. We already know the starting 5 for the Chicago Bulls.
But if he's getting he was
he's
getting
our
like
de facto
26 minutes off the bench.
It's preseason. You want him to get the minutes now because he might not get those minutes in the regular season. Quit citing these like it's going to actually. If Coby White gets 26 minutes next year, I will shave my head on this podcast.
All right.
I'm so in on this.
This year.
Coby White's going to have
you
a
have
great
to shave
season.
yours. If he gets under 26
Why
minutes.
me?
Because he already shaves his head.
What if he shaves
doesn't know style.
What if he shaves his head and his beard?
I've done that before.
He looks. That's just. I mean, he's already got a Spider-Man backpack. I mean, this kid's already in the hole.
No,
he's wearing
just
a SmackDown
just
shirt.
shave
He's
head.
got a Spider-Man.
Just shave head.
He already has a buzz cut. He's like an 8-year-old.
What's wrong with the SmackDown?
He is the original man-child.
Anyways,
I don't know if I want to put up my hair. I got good hair,
It grows
man.
back.
Yeah, but I got to I got good hair.
Anyways, I think starting is important as well because you look at the guys, and I think that Bagley was iffy. He wasn't a starter for that team.
He actually was held back by his coach for half a year, basically.
And Jackson wasn't either because, again, he was in foul trouble, so he was a little bit iffy. But Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was a starter. Colin Sexton was a starter. Landry Shamet pretty much started for 2 teams.
He didn't start for the Sixers.
He had
he was off the bench for.
He had a couple starts for them. It wasn't like major. I think that you check it.
I think that's what I'm saying.
I think he had 4 starts.
Yeah. Four starts out of the 54
he started
games
27 games, though. I don't know if Coby White's going to start 27 games. Mitchell Robinson started a lot of games near the end. I think he probably started over 40 games when it's all said and done. Herder started a decent amount of games, I'm pretty sure. And then, those were the 10 right there. So, I mean, I think starting is important as well. And I don't think he's going to be a large starter. He might start in maybe 15 games this year. So, I think that he's just behind the 8 ball because this team isn't awful like the Mavericks, the Suns, the Hawks, the Grizzlies, and Kings, or not the Kings, but the Grizzlies, Suns, Hawks, and Mavericks were last year, or the Cavs as well, to get him automatic minutes. So I think that's going to be something that holds him back. And as well, on top of this, we don't know what Michael Porter Jr. is going to do. And Michael Porter Jr. is a high-profile player. The only reason why he wasn't a top-5 pick was because of his injuries, and now this is technically his rookie season. And if he comes out and is a very impactful player at 6'11" and putting up 13 points and doing it from every part of the floor, whether it be mid-range, whether it be three-point land, whether it be right near the rim, he is going to draw attention and draw votes. So, and he's going to be on a playoff team as well. So I do think that.
That could count against him if he doesn't get the touches.
For sure, but I think he's going to get more shine than Coby can if they're getting the same amount of minutes, and they're both healthy, obviously. So I think that the will part is difficult because I think he's got a lot stacked against him. Can he? For sure. If he goes out and makes the most of his minutes, he 100% can make first team All-Rookie. I think he's probably going to be second team All-Rookie. But I think it's going to be tough because there's a lot stacked against him because I think 3 of those spots
the 3
are
locks
filled.
is really tough.
Yeah,
I mean, I agree with you.
It's not as if Zion gets fully hurt.
Yeah.
But I think those are 3 locks right there. Porter Jr. is an absolute wild card, and he could take that immediately if he's getting the same amount of minutes as Coby White. And then you have that last and final spot. And if any of these other guys, any of these other, 27 rookies.
No, I mean, you got the second round and the undrafteds, too.
Yeah, I mean, it could be anybody that comes up. Naz Reid, too, so.
Definitely not Naz Reid.
I'm going to go ahead and stand on
What's
the
Naz
ledge.
Reid's playoff spots?
Taco Fall's got to be an all first team, right? If Naz Reid's getting it, Taco Fall has to as well. I think it's totally where I feel like, yes, he will be an NBA for I was coming into this where, no, it might be tough because I thought it was the same thing that Sean was thinking about the all NBA teams where it's like you have center, forward, guard. But since it's not like that, he can totally do it and he will do it. And the reason why is the 3 locks, of course, Zion, Ja, RJ.
Yep.
I feel like they're all going to be there. After that, to me, I almost see it as like a crapshoot where it's like, depending on how these guys do, because Darius Garland, I could see doing it, but what type of year do we expect from him next to? He's got to play next to Colin Sexton. Are they just both going to get theirs because Cleveland's so bad this year? DeAndre Hunter, I don't think, is going to be able to do enough on that Hawks team to be an all-first team NBA rookie. Jarrett Culver, I don't know what to expect from him in Minnesota.
Rocking that bench unit. If he's going to be
able to, and if he's rocking the bench unit. I do think, by the way, Coby could get 30, I'm saying 35, 36, because you look at also Kyle Kuzma started 37 of his 77. Dario Saric, when he made all-rookie first team, 36, I want to say. 36,
Mitch Robb
37.
only had 19.
Exactly. So I feel like, especially late in the year, like Sean and you and I talked about with Coby White and his expectations, after the trade deadline, Coby White could be getting some starting minutes, especially, let's say, if there's an injury that happens, because, knock on wood, but it's a Bulls team. We're used to it.
Yep,
and if Chris Dunn gets traded, where are those minutes going to go? They're going to go to Coby White.
Archie Diacono.
Yeah, Archie Diacono. Archie then becomes the third guy. But the Michael Porter Jr. one is interesting.
Yeah.
The only devil's advocate I'm going to play is...
I got to stop you real quick.
If you're harping on Coby White's minutes...
I got to stop you real quick. Okay,
Why?
keep your thought in your mind.
Yeah.
Did you see the score of the Illinois game?
It was 40-7 last time I checked.
No, Illinois Fighting Illini.
Football. It was like 40-7, I thought.
No, it's 24-21. Illinois
We're
just
winning.
beat Wisconsin.
Oh, shit.
Illinois just beat Wisconsin. The fuck?
Congratulations. 24-23. Last second field goal.
We're putting a pause on this discussion for a second. You know what's funny about that? My mentor teacher at school asked me, so can Illinois cover the spread? And I said, I wouldn't take that bet. What the fuck? Lovey saved his job?
I guess.
Question mark? So I'm going to try to resume myself. There was a jump cut there. I'm going to let everyone know. Sean had to let me know as we're recording that Illinois beat Wisconsin, and I just totally didn't expect that to happen.
For the first time since, what was it, the Ohio State upset?
Yes.
This is probably the
Juice
biggest
Williams.
victory. Yeah,
Yep.
the biggest victory in like 13 years of this program.
Exactly. So, I mean, woo, there was a jump cut there. But what I was saying was I'm going to play devil's advocate here to Sean's point where you're talking about Coby White preseason. Well, is he going to get the 26 minutes? Michael Porter Jr., yes, coming off of injury, was only getting 16 minutes so far in preseason. So, like, how many minutes is he going to be able to get in the regular season
again,
with that stacked
You're using
team?
preseason and then just looking at the numbers and saying that is what this is. That's what you're going to see. They're giving Michael Porter Jr. 16 minutes because they don't want to gas him. They don't want to like overuse him and then have him get injured in the preseason.
Where Cody's not coming off of an
They're
injury.
building him up to make sure that he is, being able to get back in the field, late into games against the worst part of a preseason roster, so that he can get the feel for basketball again. And if he makes mistakes, whatever, it's the last seconds of of a preseason game.
Yep.
Where Coby White, they're trying to get him as much minutes as possible so he can see everything that's going on in a basketball game, because they don't know how many minutes they can give to him if they are a competitive team going for the playoffs. Where this Nugget team, they already know what they are. They don't need Nikola Jokic taking 30 minutes a game. They don't need Jamal Murray getting 30 minutes a game in the preseason, where and Michael Porter Jr. can get those minutes by himself and just make sure that he can get back into the rhythm of the game. So Coby White's getting those minutes and that many minutes just so that he can at least find some connectivity with this starting lineup and with the players that are on this team, the players that he's going to be playing with, where Michael Porter Jr. has been in that locker room for an entire year with his injury, and they're just making sure that he can be conditioned and play in a basketball game against non-teammates. So I think it's completely different, and it's different scenarios. You can't be like, Michael Porter Jr. is going to get 16 minutes a game because he's getting that in the preseason.
I'm just saying, like,
They have a very
they're
good lineup
stacked,
at
where the Bulls
larger
are
positions.
not.
They've added depth literally this offseason with Jeremy Grant. And the question comes down to, okay, so you've got Millsap, you've got Grant, and now you've got Porter. So if he's your third guy.
No, 100%. But the thing, too, is he is your third guy now.
Yeah.
But we already know that he is probably the most talented of those three players. I mean, if he is
He has the
fully
most
healthy-
upside. I don't know
True.
about most talented.
You look at what he's been doing, too. I mean, he's still got that
You can't
spark.
look at what he's been doing because he hasn't done anything.
No, but I'm just saying, like, in the preseason, it looks...
Preseason counts?
No,
Preseason doesn't count.
But for
Counts?
him,
Doesn't count.
for him, it does.
Okay.
I'm not saying his stat numbers. I'm not saying, he's scoring 12 points a game in 16 minutes, so he's going to be an all-star. No, I'm saying
Well,
that
his
you
per
look-
48 numbers, he's a
I'm
monster.
saying that you look at his shooting stroke from
Yeah.
what it was when he was at Missouri.
I
He
agree.
looks healthy.
Yes.
He looks fluid. He looks still athletic.
I don't know about fluid.
I think he looks more fluid than other top prospects, Markel Fultz. But he does. I mean, it's still something that I'm very intrigued on what he's been doing, because it still feels like the pieces are there. It feels like everything needs to come together and mesh together. But I feel like it's just a process that's going to happen at some point. And once that flip switches, I think that he is probably the most talented player, at least out of that three bunches. Millsap's a very good player, but he's very smart. I don't think he's that gifted and talented.
Yeah, he's learned how to be an old man.
Yeah, he's a very smart player.
Yep.
Jeremy Grant is a very athletic player that has changed his game and molded to become an NBA player. He worked his ass
He's
off
a
to be where he
3-and-D
is.
monster.
Michael Porter Jr. is a number one pick potential talent player. He can come in and drop 10 and very limited shots because he is that gifted.
Yeah.
He's 6'11" and that fluid and that athletic. You don't see that every single day. So I think that he is probably the most talented player they have there. He just needs to get back in the rhythm of playing basketball, and that's what they're trying to do in the preseason. So if he is back in that rhythm, he can definitely come up there and sneak one of those other non-two taken spots by RJ, Zion, and Ja.
That's fair.
To me, there's one rookie, though. So let's say
there's
we
two.
have the...
No, there's only one.
No. I'm saying
one
there's the...
One-man draft class.
There's the three locks we have. So we expect Zion, RJ, and Ja to
Do you
be
disagree
there.
on it?
No.
Okay.
I
just make
totally agree.
Unanimous.
Unless RJ, like, shits the bed this year.
If
like,
he pulls
I
a
think,
Kevin Knox?
Yeah. then he doesn't. But
Sorry, New York, I'm just sticking
expect
local.
all three of those to be there.
Yeah. No, Peanut looks good.
There's only, out of all the rookies, there's only two that I look at. Like, Michael Porter Jr. is a good, like, Ben Simmons type of case. And I say Ben Simmons type of case because Ben didn't play his rookie year.
Right.
And his second year was his rookie year.
Agreed.
Shout out to Donovan Mitchell. But the thing that I look at is Tyler Hero. And Sean just made me forget who I was going to throw out.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero and Cam Reddish.
Really?
Because
I think you whiffed on the second one Chief.
No. The only reason I bring like Cam Reddish to me is a wild card. Like, if he has the season everyone's expecting him to, like, he's going to come out gangbusters and like take this rookie class by storm. If he has one of those seasons, he's got the tools to be that type of player. Do I think it happens? No. Tyler Hero's the guy I look at, who I'm seeing already.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going, if he doesn't make first All-NBA team, or if he did, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, no,
like,
he's been lighting it up.
I know he's playing the Magic, but there was
every game in the preseason.
There's a game against the Magic. I saw the play where he gets knocked over by, I think it was Michael Carter Williams.
Yeah.
Comes right down, stares him down, hits the three, and then's talking trash to him.
Yeah, the entire way back.
Not even playing like a rookie. So, like, he's the one I look at where it's like, I almost want to say if I said my first team, it'd be Zion, RJ, and Ja, Tyler Hero, and then Coby White, I think, sneaks in.
Yeah, so I think you whiffed on the potential for Reddish. Yeah. I disagree on Reddish.
There's a chance.
There's a small chance.
Like, Rui,
there's a better
Rui
chance
will be a second team to me.
That his teammate DeAndre Hunter makes it than Cam Reddish.
I mean, there's just two. It's Trae Young and John Collins show. Everybody else is an afterthought. So it'd be pretty hard for either one of those guys in my mind.
But I think if there is a opportunity for one of them to make it, I think Hunter has a better opportunity.
Hunter's going to get more minutes to start, I believe. Yeah,
and I think that
he's older. He's polished.
If he could fit his part of shooting from the outside and playing good defense, then he's going to be looked at in a good light.
For sure. My guy, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he has everything it takes to be a starting point guard right now.
He hit a big three against us to win the game.
He has been killing it in preseason. He had been killing it to end his time in college. Everything about him is a complete point guard game, and I don't think it's going to take long this year before he takes the starting job from Lonzo Ball.
Well, remember when you told me that he was a two guard and not a point guard?
I told you he is a combo guard because he is a combo guard, like Shea.
I was 100% on that point guard train from day one. I saw that in him. I love that kid. I think it's going to be difficult, though. I don't think he's going to take Lonzo's spot. I think they're going to work him more into the lineup. He does look absolutely fantastic, 100%. But I don't think there's going to be a position where they're going to, because if they bench Lonzo, they're hurting draft stock. And that kid's always going to have draft stock. So as long as he's starting, I think that he's going to be...
He's just not...
He's going to have
looked
trade
good.
value. No, he is not. 100%. But he's also coming off an injury, so it's not
He's been hurt every year he's played.
Yeah.
He has no shot. He can't shoot free throws. He literally brings defense, quick touch passing, and up-tempo offense. That's it.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but if they bench Lonzo Ball, they are hurting themselves in trade value.
I'm just maybe we'll play the game of when Lonzo gets hurt, he will be the starting point guard.
Yeah, 100%. That's fine. But
I think that minutes-wise, he will get a lot down there because of the way the rotations are going to be set up. He will have a great opportunity on that team to stand out.
I see him as a next year player. What is he going to do next year when Lonzo's either not on the team if they move him, if they just realize that, hey, there is no trade value in Lonzo, let's see what we have in Nickeil Alexander-Walker. If Lonzo goes down and what Nickeil does in his absence, I think that's when he's going to fully get his opportunity. I think it's going to be next year. The guys that I'm looking at, I think another thing too, he's got a lot of blockage, and if I'm going to make that argument that Coby White has blockage, I have to also make that argument against Nickeil Alexander-Walker for blockage. I think the guys that are interesting to me, this kid, he's got some blockage, but he's going to have a very important role on a playoff team. It's Matisse Thybulle. He has been everything that he was in college when it comes to being a defensive stud for the Sixers so far in preseason. I know it's preseason, but I do think that's going to transfer over.
Could he do it on defense alone?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Okay. I mean,
that's the question.
Didn't DeJounte Murray do it?
DeJounte Murray was a...
He should have, but... DeJounte Murray was, I think he's very much in his Washington
he didn't
brother.
First or second.
No, but he was all defense.
Was DeJounte though? No, but I think he might have been sophomore year. I think DeJounte is kind of what I was describing with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Yeah, because he only played 38 games his rookie year. That's DeJounte.
It took him a long time to come through.
And then it was the second year that he became all defensive in 2017, 2018, and obviously got hurt. But I think that he's a guy that in Matisse, that if Matisse is again able to shoot threes well and be an impact player for a playoff team off the bench, that's going to put him in a better spot than I think Coby White, because A, playoff team shine, A, you're already getting more eyes on you because you're on the Sixers, you're playing in more primetime games and in more important games. And I think also too, people love that defense. I mean, if you're going out there and averaging a steal and a half a game, or probably for him that's even short, selling him short. If he's averaging 2 steals a game and a block a game, and he's shooting 35% from 3 and around 8 points per game, that's going to be interesting. Huge for him. So I think he's a guy that you definitely need to watch. A guy who's kind of has some blockage, but I think can be very sneaky is Jonas Valanciunas is going to start off the season injured. This guy might get some starting minutes right away. And Jaren Jackson Jr. is always in foul trouble. So Brandon Clark, we saw what he could do in Summer League. He's continuing that in the preseason. We already know that he was the second best defender behind Zion Williamson last year in college. I think that that's going to be able to transfer over. I think we made too much of his size, or at least I did personally. I think I made too much about his size. I do think that he can be an impactful player, and if he's able to be efficient, at least offensively, he's going to get those defensive numbers as well. I agree with you on Tyler Hero for sure. And the final one, kind of in that same mindset of higher picks, this kid's going to start. There is no blockage for him. He's going to be a defensive player. He's going to be an offensive guy for this team. It's Jarrett Culver. I mean, he
hasn't looked like a starter, I'll be honest.
Everything that I've read, he says that he looks the part.
Okay.
So I haven't watched a ton of Minnesota Timberwolves preseason game, but at least reading up on what Jarrett Culver is doing. Okay. A lot of the local media has said that he's looked the part and has been in spots where he looks like he can be the starter for this team. And if he is the starter with Jeff Teague, with Karl-Anthony Towns, with Andrew Wiggins possibly taking off some pressure for him, if he's able to fill that role, I think that he can be an all rookie player as well. So I think that it's just going to be tough for Coby because this is such a great draft class that Coby is going to have to come off the bench, be massively impactful in that spot, because I don't think he's going to take a starting job because you're not going to take away starting job from Zach LaVine. We already just talked about him possibly being an all-star. And Satoransky, I think, fits what they want to do offensively and defensively when it comes to that starting lineup. So he's going to have to be massively impactful in the minutes that he gets. And I don't know if I see that in him. I think that he is I think that Coby White can be inconsistent, is what I'm saying. I don't think he's going to be... He's 19 years old, and that's fine if you're inconsistent as a rookie. But I think that he has more of an inconsistency to his game than guys like Jarrett Culver, Matisse Thybulle, Brandon Clark, where it's mainly defense, and you have to be in the right spots, and your athleticism can make up for a lot of the things that you lack there, or just three-point shooting. You got Ben Simmons getting you open looks. You have Joel Embiid getting you open looks. You have Karl-Anthony Towns passing out the low post to get you open looks. Jeff Teague, who's a very decent point guard, to get you looks as well.
A very decent point guard.
I like how you're like, I feel like he's a great point guard. But you have the ability to, for if you're fitting your role and you have some shine to you coming into this season, you can make this all rookie team. That's what I've seen, at least historically. And I think that it's going to be tough for Coby White to make an all-rookie team, and that's why I don't think he will make first team. I think that he'll make second team, but I don't think he will make first team.
See, I'm going to be bold, and I'm going to say the only reason why I'm going to say yes is...
I'm going to be bold. Coby White's the MVP.
No.
Sorry, Giannis.
No. I would say that, if Zion went down, obviously...
For the year?
Yeah, then obviously Ja's your rookie of the year, but I would put maybe...
Favorite, at least.
I would put if Zion went down and was out all year, I would say Ja's the favorite, RJ's second. There's a chance that maybe a Tyler Hero or Coby White come in and steal it. More so of a Coby because he's going to be more of the ball handler. But everything I've seen from Coby, I am so hyped to see him play this regular season. I think he's going to have the opportunity because Chris Dunn to me... And maybe it's just a fan thing, but I was on Twitter, and the big thing is oh, look at Chris Dunn in this defense, and people just retweeting it saying, "Hey, all NBA teams, he's on the trade block. You can have him. We don't even want him anymore." That's kind of a thing. I feel bad for Chris Dunn, but that's kind of where he's at. Where if he gets traded at the trade deadline, that helps out Coby White. Also, you look at this team. Chandler Hutchinson hasn't been what we thought he was. I'd play Coby White over him. Denzel Valentine has been duty.
so
I'd play
slow.
Coby White over him. Like, to me, like, off the bench, it's Chris Dunn right now because we can use him defensively.
Yeah, but he's probably going to be traded for sure.
And then Coby White, Thaddeus Young, Daniel Gafford. Like, those are the main guys I'm looking to on that bench first.
Disrespect to Luke Cornett.
Before I go, well, and then Luke Cornett, but like Chandler Hutchins,
nice.
Dude, his legs are like
and Denzel.
twigs. He's hilarious.
Those are two guys I'm not looking at. I'd look at Archie Diacono. I'm looking at Archie before I look at any of them. To where I almost look at this where we talk about the three locks, Ja, Zion, and RJ. I'm going to go ahead and my prediction would be that I'm going to be bold and say Tyler Hero gets in.
It's not that
all
bold. It's
NBA
not bold,
first
bro.
team.
He
and
literally
then
had the
Coby
best
White.
preseason of any
I'm
rookie.
going with both of them. So Coby White, Hero, Ja, RJ, and Zion. And then my second team would be Garland, Culver, Rui Hachimura, PJ Washington, and
what is
Nickeil.
White going to do that Garland isn't?
That Garland's like that's
So
the
if you
thing
have
where
him making second team, why do you not have Garland? Like, why do you have White over
Garland can't. I'm not saying he absolutely cannot. The thing that I look at where it's going to come down to stat lines, obviously. I'm just more hyped on Coby White than Darius Garland.
Shocker.
But like, yes,
I mean,
super fans. But like,
Garland is
Darius Garland could
offensively
be an
gifted.
NBA. Like he could be an
It's just
NBA
he's
first
on
team.
a terrible team. I
Are
think
we
that's
not
a big
giving
difference.
too much love? Are we not giving enough love to Garland in this conversation?
We just haven't seen enough. He came out his first preseason game and went perfect, and then was like, done. And I was like, well, I want more. Give me like 35 minutes a game of preseason for the guy who's coming out from an injury. That's exact. I know I'm being irrational at that point, but it's like I haven't seen him play in so long that I was like, I just got a little taste of it, and I think that's what I need for Garland is to see more of him play. I wouldn't be 100% on putting him in this, but I wouldn't count him out either because this is a Cleveland team that's going to be playing from behind a lot, and the ball will likely end up in his hands just
Either
in
him or
garbage
Colin.
time.
That's the thing that I think is going to hurt him because Colin Sexton had a great year too, was slept on. I think.
I mean, he was literally statistically like the worst rookie defender in history or something.
Yeah, but I mean, again,
like he had box plus minus was like an all-time historic terrible or something.
What he did in the second half was very impressive.
He shot very well.
All rookie, it's not like who's the best all-around player.
Very true.
Dude, you put up 16 points as a rookie. That's
right.
impressive.
That's
so
very impressive.
I do wonder exactly what Darius Garland's going to be able to do, and it showed that playing in Cleveland on a bad team held back his rookie counterpart last year and his rookie teammate last year in Colin Sexton. So I am iffy on that. At least with the whole making the All-NBA team too as well. You look at the top 10 players in win shares last year. Luka was 3 in rookies. Mitchell Robinson was number 1. He was on. These are the guys that made. All the 10 rookies that made all rookie. Mitchell Robinson was 1, Ayton was 2, Doncic was 3, Bagley was 4, Shamet was 5, Shea was 6, Jaren Jackson was 7, Trey was 8, and then there's a jump. Kevin Huerter was at 16, and then let me find everyone else. Colin Sexton was on the team, but he was like he wasn't even top 100. When it comes to win shares last year, I think it was -6, and that's not even cracking top 10 for rookies last year. Then to go with that, it would be the final one. No, I got everybody. So all the other guys were like top 10 outside of Sexton when it comes to win shares. So I think if we're predicting the win shares, you have to look into defense. You have to look into bigs as well. I think that Zion, Ja, RJ, Culver, and I'm going to throw Brandon Clark in there as my first team. And then second team, I will throw in White, Garland,
You want to say PJ.
Hero. No, I don't want to say
No?
PJ. Thibault and
Carson Edwards.
that. Hold on. So
I was
the
thinking
three
it.
names that popped into my head. One was Carson Edwards.
Yep.
The second one was Naz Reid. But he's not going to get enough minutes.
Yeah,
and
that's
I just
not
love
gonna
that
happen.
kid.
Carson actually has a legit chance.
Nickeil was the other one, and then I think on top of that, the final guy was PJ. So I would probably say Nickeil. I think he's probably going to get a better. I think he's going to make more of his opportunity than Carson will. So that's my 10 for all rookie.
So
Kobe's going to make second team, but I don't think so. It is weird though that like DeAndre Hunter isn't getting that, Hayes isn't getting that, Rudy
Hayes
isn't
hasn't.
getting that.
Hayes won't have a ton of playing time. They've already got 2 legit centers on that team, plus Zion.
He's not going to be Summer League Hayes.
I mean, dude's a monster.
Because that would have been first team all rookie right there.
But even with that, the guy who's the sophomore out of this bunch isn't even making it. Well, Culver's a sophomore as well last year coming into this. But Hunter, sophomore, not even going to make it. And I think he's probably a guy that we're probably overlooking.
I'm going to say mine, where I'm not changing my first team. It's going to be Zion, Ja, RJ.
You said yours like 3 times.
Coby. I'm changing my second team.
Oh, great.
Coby and Tyler. My second team will be Garland, Hachimura, Thibault, Brandon Clark, and
Alexander Walker.
I'll throw him.
Y'all sleeping
in
on him
there.
so fucking hard.
Yeah, I'll throw
Sleeping on him? I had him the highest out of all of you in our mock drafts.
Sean said Thibault, and I was like, wait, he should probably be in my second team. So that's why I'll say Garland, Culver, Thibault.
You guys are just stealing off me from
Nikhil.
all rookie teams too.
Well,
It's ridiculous.
I'm gonna be stupid if I don't have Thibault in the at least the second team. Go ahead, Dave.
I don't even want to go ahead.
You
guys just list off like half the draft 3 times over, and it's like, Dave, anything left? Is there anything left for you to pick off the bones in this
Nasir
carcass?
Little?
No.
These are you don't have to, you can have the same as us.
Yeah.
People
Sekou
have the same
Demboya?
ballots when they actually vote for these
No.
things, Dave.
Sekou has 0.
Cam Johnson.
If we're picking most likely to never make the all-rookie team, my never going to make the all-rookie
Kevin
team
Porter Jr.
is definitely going to be Cam Johnson, Sekou Demboya, Romeo Langford, Goga,
Bol,
and Luka.
Darius Basley.
Darius Basley has a better chance than those 5 guys. And those are all top picks. Nasir Little, I didn't even mention. Dylan Windler, 0 chance. Jordan Poole, outside chance. I will give him an outside shot because he's looked good in the preseason. They have no depth. And if Steph goes down, he's getting minutes regardless. Like, this kid's going to get 15 to 25 minutes easily this year, a game. Kevin Porter Jr. is the weird one because I don't know if you guys watched this preseason. Yeah. He went from looking incredible to looking terrible to looking like it's like that, like
inconsistent.
Exact. I'm like
Kevin Porter Jr.
The one thing consistent about Kevin Porter Jr. is how inconsistent he is, and that will never change.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that he's like. Coby White's less inconsistent than Kevin Porter Jr., but he is in that range where he can have a night where he will put up 29 as super efficient, and then we'll just have a trash game where it's like 1 of 11 for the field. Also, I just want to clarify, in our last mock drafts, I had Nicky Alexander Walker 16, Ricky had him going 15, and Dave had him 11.
Oh, so
Dave was highest.
So
I had him first, I think.
Bag of dicks to you. And on that note,
and that's how we're gonna end it. So let us know, where do you think Coby White will he be? All NBA first team, second team? Will he not even make it?
Not all NBA.
All rookie.
Jesus.
All NBA rookie team.
Jesus.
Well, we were talking about
giving me a freaking heart attack here. Our fans are gonna kill us.
All NBA rookie team. Will he be first team, second team? What are you guys thinking? Let us know.
Kendrick Nunn gonna come out and get minutes for no reason this year?
Kendrick Nunn.
No, Tremont Waters.
No, Tremont Waters would be a good one. But let us know what you guys think.